Hi, good morning, everybody. It's 9:30 in the morning. My kids had a 2-hour delay this morning, so they had to be up at the bus by like 10 till 9. So, yeah, I'm getting started on this a little bit early. I know these are pre-recorded, but this is a little bit early for me. Anyways, so I was gonna do a video today about, well, it says exactly down below there. It's about selling things on eBay, like how do you know what you should charge people, what's fair, what's it going for, things of that nature. So there's, different ways you can go about this. Like one way is basically you can have an item that you pretty much know what it's worth, the going rate or what a good fair deal is. Because you don't want to overcharge people. For one, your item's not going to sell. For two, you're probably not going to get people interest, You're not going to get them to want to come to your store and check out other items. Plus, it's just not fair. Just think about if you were buying that item, how much would you be willing to pay for it? That's a good mind of thought. That's kind of like what I do. I'm thinking, sometimes I'll see a pair of jeans. It's like, wow, that's a lot of money. But, what would I like to pay for it to get those jeans for my daughter? What would seem fair to me? So then I'll just price it based on that, even if it looks like it can go for a lot more. So I try to be fair, but, fair to the buyer and fair to myself. But, sometimes you just know. Also, you can just take a guess because I know researching prices can take a lot of time out of your day, which is taking up a lot of your listing time. If you're not, if you're searching up for prices for items, you're sitting here searching to see how much this perfume body spray is, and you spend 10 to 20, 30 minutes looking up the price of what this should be. You could also just guess. Save the time, get a lot more listings in, which also in turn brings you a lot more money, a lot faster. So you can guess and kind of try to, the only thing about that is you could overprice and charge, if you're guessing, you think that body spray should go for $50, nobody's going to buy it, and it's not fair and it's not reasonable. Now, if you guess and you think, well, I don't know, $2, and it's actually selling for $5 or $10, you shorted yourself. So, once you're into the selling for a while, you'll kind of get an idea of what things go for. But in the beginning, it's kind of like, but it's up to you. Maybe some items you'll guess on, some items and some items you might look up. So those are pretty much the options. You know what it's going for. You can take a guess and come out perfect. Hey, you never know. And then you can look it up, look into it, do a little bit of research. So, there's different ways you can look into the item to see what you should sell it for. So, the different ways are like you can search eBay. And there's a few different ways you can search eBay. You can just put it in the bar and just search up all the active listings. You can type in Victoria's Secret body spray. And, the Pure Seduction Fragrance Mist. Type all that in. You'll see all those pop up. And they're going for $5.99 each. Bam. You can do it that way. You can use eBay to look up completed listings. Which is, if you go over to if you're facing your eBay, it's on the left side. And go all the way down towards the bottom. And you can click on completed listings. And it will show you everything that's completed, whether it's sold or not. So you could see this kind of Victoria's Secret mist body spray, whatever, I call it body spray, but you could see this on there, and when it was charged for $20 and $19.99 and $15.99, none of those sold. You'll be able to tell that they didn't sell, but you can see that the ones that were $5.99 did sell. I'm honestly not even sure what those would go for online. That's mine. My daughter bought it for me. So, and then you can also right there, right under, I think, the completed listings is the sold listings. You can look on there and just look up, and it'll just tell you all the different sold prices that particular item went for. So you can also use the 3 different options and kind of get your idea. You know, just look up all 3 instead of just one of those. Look up all 3 and compare and see what you want to sell your item for. But you don't have to. You can just look up, you can do it one way if you want and get your idea. Because really we're just looking for an idea. Because you can adjust it later if it's not selling. You can drop a little, you know, but you never want to short yourself for sure. Another way you can look up a price is just to literally put it in the Google search bar. Or, I don't know if you have Bing. Put it in the bar. I have both, but I use Google. Just put it in that search bar and see what pops up. Probably different stores. I'm sure Victoria's Secrets would pop up, and you could see what they go for brand new from them and go by that. You can see different places that selling them will pop up, and you can go in and look and see what they're selling them for, what condition they're in. If they're, you know, from someone who's, anybody actually. You might even see an eBay and go in there and, you know, you can do it that way. Or you can compare that with all the above. And then there's also, I have notes here. Let's see, I wrote down a few things. You can also check local classifieds. And then you can also check on other selling platforms. You could also ask somebody. You could check other selling platforms would be things like Amazon is a really good competitor of ours. So that could be a platform that you could see what your item is selling for if you can't find it anywhere else. Or you can compare all the above, however you want to do it. But there's different platforms that you can search items up and find prices and see what they're going for there. There's Poshmark, the Facebook selling apps. You can see what they're selling for there. Or another app, Macari, Bonanza, eBid, Letgo, Top Hatter, OfferUp. I don't know. There's like so many selling apps and sites that you could look and see if you can find your item, because I know sometimes it is extremely hard to, like, you can put something in eBay and it's not there. You can put something here or there and you can't find it. So you gotta like go on a search to try to find out what price you should sell, or any information. Like, you might not have any information on that item. I've come across things that I want to sell that I can't find any information anywhere about. But usually I can find it on eBay. Personally, what I typically do is I'll guess on an item just because now I'm kind of getting ideas of certain things. I will just real quick put it in the search on eBay and see what pops up right there, like a 2-second glance, and see, okay, is this an expensive brand or not, basically is what I need to know. Because I'm still learning the names of brands of things, especially clothing. I know some names, some of them I've never heard of, and they're worth money. So I just do like a quick, if I haven't yet. And I'm slowly but surely getting familiar. And then sometimes I will look up the sold listings and compare it with the active. That's pretty much as far as I usually go. Now, if I come across an item that I can't find on eBay, then I'll just typically put it in the search engine of Google and see what pops up. And then if it still doesn't pop up, I will just put a guess on there. And hopefully find it. Like, I do have these little antique Amish wooden people or something things. I can't find anywhere. I know they're old and they're cute and they're little Amish people and little baskets and things, and they're cute for, especially for a collector, somebody who loves that kind of stuff. I couldn't find anything anywhere. There's no information about them. I can tell they're very old. I know that they are. They came, my daughter's into antiques, and from her papa and her aunt got her, at a very young age, she started collecting antiques. Well, she had gotten this antique suitcase, which my husband ended up making into a table thing, and it's actually, you go up the stairs and where it turns, it's right there on that little landing. It looks really cute there. But anyways, she got that antique suitcase, and it had this old antique Amish stuff inside, dolls and the wooden things, a brush, all this really old stuff. Some of the stuff sold, like the dolls, none of it has faces, and those did sell. I couldn't find any information on those either, so I don't know if I shorted myself or not. I don't know, but those sold. Some of the other stuff sold, but the little wooden figurines, so sometimes I'll put the price higher, because I know sometimes, well, this is another tidbit. Sometimes if you price something too low, people might think that it's a cheap item and it must not be worth having. But sometimes if you price it too high, then obviously people don't want to pay that. So what I've kind of done with those little wooden figurines, I move the price up, and then if they don't sell again, I'll move the price down. And I try to play with the price, because at some point somebody's gonna want those. Maybe the same person who bought the dolls. I don't know, but they're old. They're very old. I'm not sure. I don't have any information. They were inside a suitcase that was old. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do, the information I have, the options I know that I have if I need to, search up an item. So I hope that helped someone. I thank you for stopping in today. And also, don't forget, if you liked the information and liked watching my stream here, give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. You can also subscribe. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good day and Happy New Year.